Gav, end of pre-season, how do you feel? How's it been going?
To be honest, I'm over the moon with how it's gone. From the recruitment to the trip to Portugal, which I thought was absolutely outstanding, how it was organised and how it was delivered and everything over there, and then to come back into a lot of games. Unfortunately, in and around that, there was a few injuries, so we obviously had to cancel a couple of matches, which was really disappointing, but we had to look after the team first. And I think we've just finished really strongly with some really competitive games towards the end, and how the lads have trained, conditioned themselves, with how all the training's gone. I couldn't have asked for much more.
So talk to us about Portugal. What was the Portugal trip for? What did you do when you were there?
Obviously, it's a lot different to probably what non-league, semi-professional football clubs are doing. It was so professional in what we want. Obviously, this is where we want to be different, and I just think the little fine margins with what we did out there in really getting to know each other. If you look over part-time football, you only maybe get an hour and a half, 2 hours, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays with each other, and it's difficult because you want to try and get to know and have that togetherness, and we used it more for that. Yes, there was a lot of fitness, we had a great complex where we were training, but it was more that 24 hours a day for 5 days, we were all around each other. We ate together, we had breakfast, we did my quiz out there, it was, and then also we socialised. On a couple of evenings we went down to the harbour, had some food, and it was just really nice to see the other side of the players, the staff, and I know all the boys enjoyed it, so a big thank you to obviously Craig and Amanda for putting that on for us.
So you talked about some new signings and the recruitment over the last kind of couple of months. How have they settled? And obviously we've noticed that we've got a new captain among the team as well.
Yeah. So really starting with the recruitment, we kept a big percentage of the squad from last year. For me, you sign good people over good players, and then eventually you go higher, there's good people and good players, and I feel I've got that now. Everybody in there brings their own little personality, or whatever you want to call it, to the dressing room, but they're all good people. And with the new recruits coming in, again, a lot of them have played higher, and they are driving the standards and our values which we're carrying now, and everybody's fitting. I thought the 5 days, like I just said about Portugal, has helped that, because some have known each other and played against each other and stuff like that, but actually knowing them as a person, I couldn't have been any more happier. We as a football club, before we sign somebody, we do our due diligence, we know what they're like as a player, but it's more as a person, and I just knew they were going to be a perfect fit. So really happy with they've settled. And then obviously you just briefed on the captaincy. I'm really fortunate, or we are as a football club, to have a lot of captains in this team. I mean, if you go through the personnel, we have captains there. But for me, with Labs, from all his career, every football club he's been at, if you ask what's Labs' strengths and attributes as a player and as a person, first thing they say is he's a leader. So we saw that very quickly. That's nothing to do with, like you say, Elliot. Dom obviously carried the armband as well last year. It was just that those are his strengths, and I went with my feeling. Spoke with Elliot. He's still, like you say, vice captain, but we have a team of leaders now, and it was difficult in that sense, but it was just through the Portugal trip and seeing how it was all panning out, it was just a no-brainer, really.
So all of our games for pre-season have been away because of the work on the pitch and around the grounds. Has that affected performance or morale at all?
No, it hasn't. I know, again, we've had some really competitive pre-season friendlies. We've had some at our own level, higher, and also a little bit lower. And I think it's a test, and it's not results. It's more about the minutes. It's about going to different environments, because that's what was going to happen this year. We're going to go to some nice stadiums, not some nice stadiums, and it's just dealing with that. But to see our fans travelling numbers every week, it just shows the support we have. But I can't wait to get on a home pitch and see everybody that has been unfortunate couldn't travel, actually come and see the new players and squad shaping up.
There's been a lot changing at Keys Park, not just the pitch, but also around the grounds and the staffing.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to seeing it that's maybe off the pitch, not just on the pitch?
I mean, for me, it is. There's only, I said it in one of my interviews, that at the end of the season, it's only going one way, this football club, with what Amanda and Craig are doing, but it's now a collective. There has been new staff that have joined who are driving the club in the right direction. I'm looking forward to, like you say, seeing everybody here, seeing everybody again, because the togetherness that this football club felt last year was immense. It's got a lot of history. The fans are so loyal, and like you say, all they want is us to go out there, play the right way, give our all, and hopefully they go home happy. So with what's going on here, it's pretty special.
So you mentioned briefly there that obviously there's a few injuries during pre-season. How is everybody? Are they all ready to go?
No, we're not. There has been, and that's just football. That's the industry we're in. These lads push their bodies to the absolute limits. Unfortunately, it's not from that. It sounds silly. Obviously, the strength and conditioning and the actual programme, which Chris Hussey has led, he sat with myself. I think it's been brilliant. A lot of these injuries have been impact, which you can't help. Come start of the season on Saturday, I think hopefully I'll have a full squad. Some may be a little bit behind due to having a couple of weeks with injuries, but I think me with my staff, like Vorney, is driving it on the training field. They're driving each other's standards. So I'm really happy for the 9th of August. It's all just working together and enjoying what we have, and what we have got here is an exceptional football club, great owners, board of directors, and the best fans around. So there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. We've just got to all stick together, enjoy what we're doing, win, lose or draw. The youth, like you said, there's families that are attending, the communities come together, and it is just a very, very exciting place to be. But for me, it's the environment. I look forward to coming. My daughter enjoys coming. I know that, again, after the games, even in pre-season, there's so many people at all different ages cheering on the club, and that's what I'm really looking forward to actually see a lot of people that we haven't seen for a month or two, and then just trying to put smiles on the face and send them home happy. So that's it really in a nutshell. We all know what the game plan is. That doesn't change. So I don't see it as a name and who's playing. I just see it as the number playing that position. It's more who I feel on that day is going to play the number. So there has been times we've got to games and you have the feeling, you think, no, I need to change it. And that's what we do, and that's why we've recruited such a good squad. And at any point, any of these players can move around and play. So I'm fortunate. We just now need to make sure we deliver out on the pitch. As a manager, I can't ask for much more from what these boys have given over the last 5-6 weeks. So we're just ready to start on the 9th. For what we have, when you take a step back, and yes, there is a change, there is a transition. It's a big transition that's happening at this football club from where we were to where we're going. It's going to take time. We have to stay positive. Yes, we can talk about whatever a fan wants to talk about, but for me, and it's a frustration with myself at times, and then I've got to reflect and go, actually, I'm at the best football club around. I have the best resources, I have the best people that I want to work with. So it's no doom and gloom, and I just feel when people feel that way, or I feel that way, how was it before? And it's a lot better now, and there is a lot to come. As the season goes on, there may be a quiz night with myself, so it'd be great to see some numbers. And again, like you say, it's just bringing the community together, it's bringing our football club together. I believe there might be, like you say, meet the manager, meet the players. I know this year we're really driving players going out within the community. Like you say, we have a fantastic youth set up. There's going to be scholars now, there's the ladies and girls team. So if we can give back as well, because I know there's a lot of focus on out on the field, and these lads have got to deliver, or there's pressures to deliver. There's also the other side where We want to interact. I think we see this now with the fans, where after games we are so appreciative of what they do. But this year especially, I want to try and drive with the football club, us going out a bit more in the community. Yes, sometimes it can go a little bit quiet, or I know a fan might think, or myself, or even my family members, what's going on, we haven't seen, so it's coming. And when we feel a little bit neg, you've just got to understand and probably reflect and go where we were to where we're going. It's country miles, so yeah, good, a lot more to come, isn't there?